Elder Abyss Show. Hey guys, welcome to the show. In this episode, we got some Battlefield 3 on Operation Metro. Ow. What that was. Operation Metro, man. As I make a pass through the little wall here. Love that. But this map seems to be a love it or hate it kind of thing, and a lot of guys seem to not enjoy it all that well. Personally, this is my story with Operation Metro. Started out not enjoying this map. Absolutely hated it on Alpha and Beta. I just did not enjoy Metro, man. Didn't enjoy Metro. Probably had a lot to do with it being Rush on those on the Alpha and Beta. And then even once I got the full game, with the full game I didn't enjoy Metro all that much either at first. And then me and Metro developed this working relationship to where I learned how to work her angles. Oh my God. But I learned how to work her angles, and now we get along pretty good. I actually enjoy Metro. I feel pretty good when I see it coming up on the map loading screen. So I don't know why. It could be and I'm going to say it may have a lot to do with my LMGs, because 9 times out of 10 I will run LMG on this map. I love my LMGs. Me and my M60 are we're hand in hand. I got no qualms about admitting that. I do like my M60 on this map. Now, I will play with the assault class and run some of the assault rifles. You know, when I'm mixing it up, the F2000 works good for me on this map. I think because of the just the fire rate of that gun, and given the you seems to be a lot of, you run around a corner and you see a guy and you just have a lot of them whoa and knee-jerk reaction kind of encounters on this map. You have a lot of those, but of course, you know, that's Metro, and B is the place. You know, B is the must-have in most of the 3-point conquest maps. That's what you'll find, but on Metro maybe more so, because Metro's vicious, dude. With me personally, would much rather have the U.S. spawn. I like the Charlie side of this map. The Charlie Bravo side is, in my opinion, the premium side, and I'm going to show you why here in just a second. Because this is what I do when I'm on the U.S. side, and once we get area control over Bravo, it allows me to go ahead and push up a little bit, because there's a certain place, man, and it's just right up from where I'm at now, where you can hold the Russians coming from Alpha trying to get into the building. I mean, if you get a handful of guys posted up there, you can shut down their whole team. It's just ridiculous. That's one reason I like the U.S. side, and this primary reason I hate the Russian side. If I'm playing the Russian side, man, I don't even stop for Alpha. I go straight for Bravo. If you're playing the Russian side, it is of the most importance that you get up there and establish control first and quickly at Bravo, because if you allow the enemy team, the U.S., to push you back to right around that ticket booth, I'm getting ready to work my way up there in just a second. But if you get pushed back to the other side of that ticket booth, you're hosed, man, because your routes are limited, and every one of them's a choke point. And those guys have got cover, and you don't coming in. So, it's a bloodbath. Now, we're about to see a pretty good spell of me taking advantage of that situation. Like I said, for the U.S. Once you push up to right here, this is my magic spot, man. Once I get to this spot with my M60, it's Katie bar the door, because the other team's not getting by unless they get lucky or I screw up. If you happen to be the first guy up here, don't push past this point until the rest of your team gets up here. If you go past this point until you've got sufficient backup, you're going to get hosed, and you're going to turn over control of this area. This area right here at the ticket booth is of vital importance, man. Whoever owns this place right here holds Bravo for the most part. I mean, that's the way I see it. Because if the enemy team is dug in right here, as far as the Russians, if the Russians are dug in right here, they've got spawn right here, they will push, man, and they will give you, and you will fight over Bravo, and they will probably take it because Bravo's facing them as far as on the elevator part. But man, right here, from my point of view, and if you want to accept any advice I've got from Metro, the ticket booth is the place. It's king of the hill time right there, man. If you own it, if you own the ticket booth, you own Bravo. Like I said, that's the way I see it. You may agree with me, you may not, but that's definitely the way I see it. Of course, you can't take it instantly, from our side, from the U.S. side, but if you don't push up here pretty quick, you're going to have a lot of trouble at Bravo. Once you push up here and you establish this area, man, you've just become a major pain in the ass for that Russian team. Which, it's Metro. That's what we're supposed to do, is be a pain in the ass for the other team, because that's all this map is good for, is one team being a pain in the ass and the other team getting pissed off. That's just the way it rolls. That is Metro. I think we all accept Metro for what it is at this point, and that it was made, I feel, with the exclusive intent to cater to more of a Call of Duty type player, and that's fine. I got no problems with that. That's cool. Don't bother me at all. I kind of like it. I may be in the minority there, but I'll accept that. I don't have no problems with it. Like I said, I've got to where I enjoy Metro. It's always good. But, back to the map. It seems this part, this place right here where the ticket booth going back to Alpha, this transition here into the building and into the rest of the map for the Russian team, if the U.S. is pushed up the way we are right here and posted up, that is a hard stalemate to break right there, man. If you're coming in on that Russian side, that is really, really hard to get through this. Because where I'm at right here, I mean, there's three, like I said, there's three entrances, left, right, and middle. And each one of them is a choke point funnel right to where I'm setting, with pretty much no cover for the guys that are trying to make that push. Yeah, that's a funnel of death. And a lot of times, if you get pushed back there like that, the only thing you can do, really, other than getting lucky and being able to cruise on through and get by, is just throw the bodies at it. I mean, you literally got to just throw enough people at it at one time to push your way through. Now, let's talk about what you do if you do get through, because this is of vital importance from my perspective. Again, if you're on the Russian team and you find yourself in this type of situation where you're pinned down by the U.S. right here, okay, you happen to get through, your best bet is to jump down that, just beeline right straight down that first set of escalators. Get down into the subways, okay? You want to get down first set, not the second set. Don't head for Bravo, piss on Bravo. First set of escalators, you beeline it to Charlie. All the way, baby. It's like touchdown time. And you're running for the end zone. You all the way to Charlie. Because that's the only way you're going to really get those guys to ease up off that front line. Because some of them's going to have to pull back to re-secure Charlie. You may not hold it for very long, but it should be enough to disrupt the front line there. Hopefully some more of your team will push through. And we've all got nightmare stories about teammates that won't do nothing, and you'll get some guys that just won't push. Here in a minute, we're going to see the enemy team that I'm playing against here. They pretty much give up and they sit back, and the RPGs, they come a rolling and a flying and flinging and everything else you could possibly ever try to do with an RPG. These guys do it. It is an utter barrage of explosives. But that'll be on here in a little bit, I'm sure. Oh, nice. So I got a couple of respawns under my belt here. And yeah, I am, like I said earlier, running my LMGs. I do prefer those on this map. The M60 seems to be my favorite LMG, which is odd. Most games I don't much care for the M60, but in this one, we've developed a working relationship, and just we kind of dig one another. I hate the iron sights. Cannot run the iron sights on the M60 ever. Worst iron sights ever put on a damn gun. But that being said, you know, red dots, whew, make my day. I love those. So yeah, I mean, you know, red dot and the extended mag for 200 rounds, that is always a source of guilty pleasure for me, particularly on Battlefield. The 200 round mag on this game just seems so out of place in the just this presence on the battlefield seems so out of place, particularly on a small, you know, a small area like Metro or Grand Bazaar is even good for this too. You light in with that 200 round mag, and you just, it's just so fun to kind of develop this policy of once I start firing, I'm pretty much not going to stop. And it's nothing, man, for me to just burn off 200 rounds. And by the time I'm done, half my team, you know, that's in the Xbox party, they're like, yeah. There are most of them used to it by now, but it is still an experience to behold, to listen to an M60 burn through 200 rounds without letting up. It is, like I said, a very guilty pleasure of mine. I do enjoy doing that. So that being said, you can probably guess I don't much care for my accuracy, but I do get a hell of a lot of suppression points from doing that kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm getting suppression points. I'm helping my team get kills. That's more important to me than accuracy. Plus, I gotta admit, when I'm doing that, I'm just sitting here with a grin on my face. I love it. Now, right here we can see where this, of course, we pushed them back. We've got all 3 points. And this is about where they give up, and we get a lot, you know, RPGs coming like rain, baby. Literally coming like rain. I don't think I do a whole lot more. I might snag a few more kills and a couple more spots from this point, but particularly all I'm doing right now is just making sure nobody bull rush charges Alpha and trying to stay alive by hunkering down next to this one wall that they can't blow up. I got a little more suppression kills there, but you know, again, man, if you find yourself in that situation, there's ways past it, dude. You don't have to resort to the giving up tactics and just spraying RPGs. I mean, you can if you want. Hell, it's Battlefield. You can do anything you want pretty much in here. That's the beauty of it. So, you know, but don't feel like you can't get by, because you can. We've pushed by this type of situation a couple times, you know, when we run into it. Do not give up. Fight the good fight. Well, this turned out to be quite a long video. Well, not really, but rather long. There wasn't a whole lot of editing to do. I did cut the deaths out, but I think there was only 3. And that's the way Metro rolls, man. Metro's a bloodbath, and I do enjoy it because it feeds my guilty pleasures. But I hope maybe I helped you guys out with a little bit of something anyway. Catch you next time. Later.
We're all just gamers.